Let us do a thought experiment. Don't actually do this, just imagine what will happen if we were to do it. So let's say we blindfold ourselves and then try to cross a road which has got lot of traffic on it. Will we reach the other side without any harm, without any accident? Chances are yes, because all the drivers in various vehicles, they will see that we are crossing and they will take appropriate action to not run us over. So in this situation, the act of blindfolding and crossing the road is the process, and reaching the other side of the road is the end result. So by looking at the end result, which happened to be good because we reached the other side without harm, by looking at that end result, can we conclude that the process that we followed was correct? Not at all, because by blindfolding, we are significantly increasing the risk of accident. For example, if we are careful and vigilant while crossing, then the chance of accident is say 1 in 1000. Then by walking blindfolded, perhaps the chances will be 200 out of 1000. But in spite of that, there will be those 800 cases, 1000 minus 200, 800 cases where we reach the other side without harm. And in spite of being careful, there will be that one case out of 1000 where we still met with an accident. Because of this, we can never judge the quality of a process by looking at the end result that it is producing. How does it relate to companies? Suppose we are supplying many products and we don't have customer complaints. Then can we say that because there is no customer complaint, our manufacturing process is very good and it is building in quality into our products? So here the steps involved in manufacturing that product is the process, and whether there is a customer complaint or not is the end result. So if the end result is good, which means there is no customer complaint, then can we conclude that the steps in manufacturing are building right quality in our products? So the answer is no, because we might have been just lucky. It's like one of those 800 cases where there was no accident in spite of going blindfolded. Similarly, if we look at the safety record and we don't see any accidents, then can we conclude that internally all safety protocols have been properly defined and are being followed? Here again, the definition of the safety protocols and the act of following those is the process. Whether there was accident or not is the end result. So if we find that end result is good, which means there was no accident, can we conclude that the protocols defined are right and being followed? No. The converse is also true, that if we find an accident, then can we conclude that the protocol was not properly defined? No, because it can be like that one case out of 1000, which happens even when we were walking by being careful and vigilant. So if we cannot conclude quality of the process by looking at end result, how can we evaluate the process? So the process has to be evaluated by, first we have to imagine what is the best thing to do, and then that best thing should be defined as the process, and it should be evaluated by directly auditing it, not by looking at the end result. So go there, check what has been defined, okay, is that the right thing to do, and audit what is happening. Don't look at the end result that was produced in every case. Statistically, the end result will still be very good as long as the process defined is good and it is being followed. So we'll look at the end result, the statistics of the end result over a long period of time to ensure that the defined process is giving us the desired result. But we will not conclude anything about the process by looking at that end result.